From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions. Blake Groupie out and ready to send this away. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on a run back of the 27. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion. Hey, change the time.
Slot man motioned over. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Finds a man right side. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Hey, easy, route.
Now Lawrence. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Forced out to his right. Pass caught. It's Hunter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Oh, put some heat on this deep bump. It is caught at the 20. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, Brian. Hey, Soko. 11. Take right open.
They send a man in motion. Again, it's Lawrence to throw. And the Lions are there to bring him down.
Well, we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
Let's go.
Lawrence working from the gun. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Hey, Jim.
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. Here comes the screen for Etienne. There's some defensive initiative in that goal to go block. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
2nd and goal at the 14-yard line.
Easy. Read a 24. 11.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal.
Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal.
A 39-yard attempt.
Little knocks it through. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
All in all, Kate, we call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Return starts at the 3. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their
right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
Big gain, 14 on the play.
That's good.
And the Lions have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. That's caught. Here comes Jameer Gibbs. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Go! Let's go now!
Sanders will keep it. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well. You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Ready!
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. The Lions ready for the punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. He's got this at the 27. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
These are 24. X, circle, 11, 11. Switch!
Here's Lawrence to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
One play in blocking this drive is already in enemy territory.
Sink right over. Hey, so, here. Sink right.
Now bring the tight end in motion.
Here we go.
Lawrence with it on 1st. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That finds Hunter downfield. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars stretch their early lead to 9. Cam Little will try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars go up 10-zip here in the 1st.
Lions nothing.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors.
Jaguars.
This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. As for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Ready,
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. That's complete inside the 35. And they're going to have first and goal when we begin our second quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Jaguars setting the pace so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this.
Got it. Ready?
We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance.
Let's go now. Go.
From the red zone now. Catch made. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
And it's not just the sport that you also love covering basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10. They go play action. Lawrence trying for the deep ball. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
On second down, it's ETN. That run good for H. Now they've got third down. Offense in the hurry up here.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up
Putting a receiver in motion.
down.
Hey, I'm going. Take right open.
On third and 2, here's Lawrence. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They gain 11 on that play, and that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Jacksonville.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up second down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
Fresh set of downs now from the 39.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Jaguars.
On first and 10, here's Lawrence. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
30 left.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Throwing the out route complete. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1.
Brings up second and a yard.
On play action now, Lawrence. Hits him on the out route. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars make it a 9-point advantage. On his Little for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. formation for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Play action. Sanders bails out of the pocket quick. Rolling and takes a deep shot. Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did. Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
11.
Lawrence throwing here. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. He'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
First down.
Rip,
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Gun. 11, Agate. 11. Go, let's go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. That's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around for more from Ford Field on its way. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Hey.
They go right back to ETN. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down.
ETN again. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, easy, Ralph.
Blitz coming. Lawrence buys time, rolling right. He's got it. And that's going to be an 8-yard gain, it looks like, as it puts them in goal to go.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of these guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. On up here for Lawrence. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Jaguars will add to their lead at the end of the half. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. That one splits the uprights. The Jaguars take a 3-possession lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Has this at the 6. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
Ready? 60 Bison.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. It's going to bring up 2nd down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Brown with a return here. This makes it up to the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. A give to Gibbs to start the third. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Jaguars have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
Lawrence trying again on second. And he put everything he's got behind it. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars push their lead further to start the half. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. On his little for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jaguars make it a 24-point ball game.
Lions 7.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This return starts at the 5. Showing a little burst so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. They'll go play action for Sanders. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's second down coming up.
35-yard line.
Let's go now.
Throwing again here, Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
There's no question, Kate, the big play is down the seam or with big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Buffalo 18, Cougar 19, Warriors 70. Ready.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That's good. For the Lions, first down.
To the air on first down, Sanders. Oh no, they get him yet again. Into the red zone. And this is going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
I gotta believe, Kate, his first pick of the game directly led to that one. Remember, what worked to generate that first turnover, playing things the same way, and this time, it wasn't just a pick, it was a pick 6.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Brown with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Back to the air following that pick 6. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this one at 36-yard line. He gets a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
36-yard line.
Sanders going to throw here on first. And he's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47. It's 16 yards on that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this...
Oh, man, he's in the clear. Keeps himself upright. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a small chunk off that lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. And on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Returning it from the 4. Escapes a defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gives you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Got his man. Thomas has it. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That one hits for 30. That's good for a Jacksonville first down. New set of downs for him. Starts at the 38.
Let's go. Son, it's 11. 11, add it. Sink right. Here we go, son.
Lawrence with it on 1st. Hits his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a pocket. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league. It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Continuing to turn those legs inside the 25. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here's ETN on first down. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Hey.
An option give here to ETN. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Jaguars who have possession, and they can probably go on cruise control with that lead they built. Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go.
Hey, change attack. Go. Here we go, son.
Lawrence in the pistol. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars continue piling it on here in the 4th. On his Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars continue piling onto this lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. starting from the 5. Good work so far. He's got room. And a huge effort sets up his offense in a great spot on the opposite side of the field.
Well, at this point, they're going to take points any way they can get him, and that includes on special teams. He's had a ton of kicks sent his way, a bunch of returns today, and he nearly made him pay with that one.
Ready, go!
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he will get this to the end zone for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Lawrence now off the play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Take right open. Here we go. Let's go.
Lawrence working from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. It's a race down the right side. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has it well into the red zone now with first and 10.
13, look. Hey, kill. Go.
From the red zone on first. Cut near the goal line. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
The Jaguars keep running away with this.
For the extra point.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars continue adding on to that lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Here's Sanders now. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he'll get it up to the 38-yard line before going down.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Gibbs now from the gun. Not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up third down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 5.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Let's go. Hurt. Panthers Panther 60. Panther 60. Go, Chap. Go, Chap. Ready.
Enough to Gibbs from the gun. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield on their own side.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Offense to the line. Second down.
Get it. 19 tight. 70 line. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
That's Gibbs out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's second down.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal. So timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first. It stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Down. Go.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometimes as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it, because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining.
On the set.
Line of scrimmage once again. That 7-yard line as they get set. Second and goal.
Hut, hut.
To the right and hauled in by Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions putting up points in a game decided. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on first and 10. On the ground to begin this drive with ETN. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know it can set the table for more.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7.
Here we go, sir.
Now we give left side to Bigsby. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That one gains 7. And the Jaguars have a first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Taking a chance to the end zone. And it's incomplete. Kept the pedal down, though, the whole way, still taking shots.